Hello and welcome back to a brand new job we are doing. Now, I came to this job last week. The previously was a stone extension here. What I did was demolish that, we threw it all in the skip, and now we've broken up the concrete floor and we're having a extension, what is going to be single story, and then it's going to go up 2-story. It's a weird dynamic, but I'll throw the pictures on the drawings on screen right now so you can see what we're working with. So we've broken up so far today all the concrete floor, which didn't take too long. What we've discovered is a existing footing. I've already measured down. We've got a 600mm footing here, what returns from there to the existing property. What I'm going to do, I'm going to dig a test pilot hole for that, let the building inspector see it. He might want us to remove it, or he might say this footing is still suitable and we'll be able to build off it. It will save us having to dig this all out and have to put an extra footing in. So right now, a new skip's just turned up. We're going to clear all this and then we're going to start digging a footing over here, because currently this is the only good place we can actually dig. We've actually got soil underneath this concrete. So we're going to crack on. I'll catch you in a bit. Just gone about 4 o'clock and we've had a right good day. We've filled the entire skip full of hardcore, broke the floor out, and we've dug down to the original footings on this corner here. You can't see it, but we've also done that corner there and this corner here. But those big concrete beams you saw me pick up earlier and get out, basically they're only in the footing because we've got a lot of drainage. We've got obviously this soil stack here running down over there, and then you can't see it at the moment, but we've got another drain here which is running somewhere in the middle of the old extension. So what they did, they obviously built a pad, concrete pad there, another concrete pad there, and then built over the drains using those concrete lintels. That way there's no pressure on the drains. Anyway, when we turn up next time, we're going to probably dig out the rest of the footings, expose the drains so we actually know what's going on with them, and then hopefully we'll start pouring the concrete. But overall, not a bad day. A lot of work, but hard work never killed anyone. Also, these, right, this is a Titan, okay? People think they're dead cheap and nasty. This cost 160 quid and it's done a fantastic job, because you can spend about £1,000 on a breaker. You don't really need to. 160 quid, 2-year warranty. They're not a sponsor, but if they do want to sponsor us, give me a call. Anyway, Sam, I'll catch you next time. We're back and today we're just digging the footings. Now, before anyone says anything, yes, we are hand digging them for the simple reason there are pipes everywhere on this job. So come in close and I'll show you what we're dealing with so far. We've exposed the old water pipe. I'm not sure if it's live, but I know it's water because it's lead, so normally that means it's an old water pipe. I've exposed the original footing. You can see how it's corbelled out. Back in the day they used to have corbelled brickwork footings. We're going to underpin this 600mm and dig down an extra 150mm to make sure that we are 450mm worth of concrete. So that's the plan there. We'll carry on doing all of that all this way, and then we have this drain here running alongside this existing footing that's still connected to all the houses on the entire run. So yeah, loads and loads of drains, but plenty more digging and we'll be all right. Nice one. Right, it's about 2:30 and this is how we're looking. We've pretty much dug this entire length of the footing out. What I've been doing is using spot boards on the base of the footing, just so it's so much easier to glide your shovel along. So that's what I've been doing. That's just like a little tip you can have for free. Just makes it a lot easier to dig footings. Also, those spot boards are 600mm wide, so it allows you to keep track of the width of the footing. Anyway, so that's how we're getting on here. Almost done. We're starting to dig a really small footing here, because what's happening is that we're having a wall come here, it returns round, there's a doorway here with some steps, and then we've got the rest of the wall returning round and goes over there. just done all the underpinning on the original footings, so that's all sorted. Now I was talking to young lad about this. Oh, I've just done a little diagram to show you guys. So back in the day, this house I reckon was built in maybe 1920. This is how the original footings were built. As you can see back there, it pyramids in and then you end up with a 9-inch wall on top. So previously they didn't used to have concrete. Now what we've done, we've underpinned, which is digging out into the wall all the clay, and then we're going to replace it with concrete. So you can see by my little diagram, that's what we're doing. So yeah, a bit more digging before we leave. So yes, I'll catch you in a bit. There we go. So we are back on this footing job. Now, I weren't here a couple of days ago, but the pipework's all been moved back to avoid the footing. The building inspector did want all of those old footings, I don't know if you remember. He wanted all of them removed. So they were about 500mm thick. Broke all of them up and dug down the entire length of this footing. Build over all of these pipes, what we need is a build over agreement. We actually don't need to apply for a build over agreement through Severn Trent because the previous builders who did an extension here last already had an agreement in place. So we're just going to reuse that agreement. The building inspector's seen it and more than happy to use it. And I don't know if you can hear some running water, but I accidentally went through the mains old lead pipe with a breaker, so it's leaking. It's about a litre a minute, so we've got a plumber coming out in a little bit to fix that, and then we're going to get this concrete poured next couple of days, get it all inspected once again, and then we'll be building up to DPC. There we go. So we are totally done digging out this job. Finally filled the skip, absolutely brimmed it. And yeah, knocking off slightly early for the first time in about 3 weeks, which is nice. In the car today, hence why I've had a costume change, because the power steering on the van's gone. So I'll be in the car for a couple of weeks and then maybe buying a new van. Anyway, we'll catch you probably when we're pouring the footing or setting the footing out.